Like, hey, yo. It is episode 124 here on Big Daddy's House. I am your host, Travell Wiggins, and I got crew in the building. That boy Joe, talk to me. What's happening, guy?
What's up, Nashville in the building?
Come on. Hey, Arkansas, 10 toes down. Talk to me, man.
What's good with it, baby?
Hey, the professor, aka Cat Daddy.
Yo, man, how's everybody doing?
Man, T Renee says she'll be here shortly, man. This is one of those episodes, man. Before we get there, Joe, give us some words to say to God real quick, my brother. Let's go.
All righty, all righty. God, I just ask you to bless everyone that's in this room. I ask you to give us the strength, the knowledge, the understanding to be consistent every day in living in purpose and living to the best of your knowledge and your abilities to give us the strength, even when we don't have the strength ourselves. We just ask you to bless us in your son Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Amen.
Man.
It's been a beautiful week so far. I've been learning on my patience since I've been here. I've been moving so good with getting things done, but I'm at this point right now where things not getting done because they just at a different pace right now. So I'm learning how to just relax and chill. Today was one of those days where I absolutely got a chance to breathe a little bit differently today. And I'm not mad at that. I really took it in. I understood, got another job offer, and I'm just like, okay, now we at this point to where we can weigh options a little bit. But the job that I really want, I'm gonna be patient a little bit more before I pull the trigger on the other spot. But hey, what it is what it meant to be. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not stepping in God's way when it comes to that. But
That's it.
how's everybody doing? Saul, how you feeling?
I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling all right. I missed y'all last couple of days, but it's all good. I'm doing better.
Yeah. You was being a little hard headed, but now you feeling better. Sit
I gotta be
your
hard headed.
ass,
Why I gotta be hard headed?
sit your ass down and take it easy. You got your boy in town, so if it's anything that you need, yes, I'm bow legged, but I'm coming over there and help. Yes, Joe got one arm, but we coming over there and help you. You know what I'm saying? We got you, my boy. Cat Daddy, how's dialysis been, my brother? How have you been? Are you good? Any bumps and treatments? Because I know you are a soldier, brother.
Yeah, I'm good, man. Monday was a little rough. They tried to connect me to the machine, and it was a part of my arm that kind of hit a nerve.
Okay.
So it was a bit painful in the arm, but you know what? I tell people when you go through certain things like that, it's not necessarily good to scream and yell and argue about things. It's just something that you have to deal with. So, I just let them know, hey, listen, man, this particular area, man, hasn't been too good. When you go in, it feels certain such. So, but besides that, everything is good, man. Got to keep it moving forward.
That's right. T Renee in the building. T Renee say, hey y'all.
Hey y'all.
Hey.
Hey, what's going on, T Renee? I know today is Thursday, so we know we need some updates with your therapy. How is it, Queen? Talk to us. Hey, China.
Therapy was great. Another great session. I didn't cry today, y'all.
Okay.
But we talked about some stuff that I need to be doing, things that I should be doing. Some great advice given to me by my therapist. And I will share that with you guys on next week once I begin to execute that plan. But other than
Okay.
that, I had a great session today.
All right, we gonna dive into that one question that I wanted to ask men and women on the panel. Is there anything like just that one particular thing that boils your grits about a man or a woman that you want to ask them? What is it? Like to me, my whole thing is like women, bro. Why? Why in the world do you put up with so much BS when it comes to these dudes who ain't no good? And you
Ooh.
can't and not only are they any good, when they mistreat you, what is it? What is it that make it so difficult for you to see this?
It's
Mm.
the dick. Oh, I'm sorry.
T Renee, you the woman on the panel. Anybody can chime in. We got
Um,
hold on,
I'm gonna say,
we got Mama Cat Daddy in the car, but go ahead, T Renee, go ahead.
I'm gonna say, from my point of view, um, I'm gonna say because you love that person, and I think we as women we can withstand so much more than a man can. And this is just not about going back and forth with y'all men, but I think us women we handle a lot more, and we try and we try and we
What's up, Mrs.
try
One?
until we're tired. I
Hello,
mean, we
hello,
can
hello, hello.
seek advice, we can go talk to our friends, whomever, but once you're tired, you're tired. Like R. Kelly said, when you're fed up, ain't nothing the man can do about it. So I mean, we try to weigh out our options. We try to stick around to see if there's going to be change, and even yet, and so he may not change. I mean, we stay until we're tired. It's not always good for us to do so, but we that's how we are.
Sometimes men do the same thing too, man. Men do the same thing too, man. Any other question? Anybody got something they want to ask a man? We get in the comments. Go ahead. Let me get this.
Miss China said, progress. She said, from what I've noticed is women really love unconditionally and we turn every stone. Right.
You know the thing what I admire about a woman is that and I can't, I'm gonna give you props, but it puzzles me a little bit that you guys give ample amount of chances. Like you really give quite a bit of chances, and some men do too. Is the fact that is it love, or you afraid that you won't find love, or you don't want to be alone? These are the
I
things that
don't that could be a case too in some instances. In some instances, I think that could be a possibility of people just not wanting to be alone. But hell, I'd rather be alone than to continue. I mean, you don't put up with it for so long. So like my grandma always say, you could be a fool, but don't be the damn fool.
damn. So how you feel about it?
I respect what she's saying, but that's a tit for tat thing. That rolls on both sides. But my thing is making, like you see my coach say, 10 toes down, making everybody accountable for what they do. I mean, why you can't be accountable for your lies or your truths? I mean, just be accountable for it, man. If you said it and somebody proved you wrong, okay, well I'm wrong. No, I'm not wrong. I'm right. No, you can't make yourself right. And that's just being real. You can't make yourself right just because you want to be right.
Joe, you got something to say? I'm sorry, bro. I had you cam down. I know you was talking. You got anything to say?
No, no. I agree with everything that's being said. You know, accountability is a big thing when it comes to anything. Accountability, and a lot of people don't want to take accountability for the bull BS, whatever you want to call it, that they're putting out into the world.
Well, Arkansas, you had a question that you wanted to ask. I'm sorry, Cat Daddy. Go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say it's not about not liking to take accountability. I think for a lot of people, taking accountability for some, and this may not be all, but I think for some, when you take accountability of your actions, whether it's good or bad, some people feel like that's a show of weakness, and that's why a lot of people don't like to take accountability, especially if they messed up.
But I mean, you taking accountability is all a part of growth. It's all a part of maturity. When you take accountability, in most instances, it can help make a situation better because then you give a better understanding. Like you can't just pass the buck, you know?
You're absolutely correct, T. Renee. But the crazy part is the maturity comes from somebody that's willing to learn. And a lot of people feel like, and you always hear from somebody. They always feel like they know everything. They always feel like nobody can tell them anything. They feel like somebody is trying to downplay them by teaching them something. So when it comes to accountability, you're absolutely right. It is about maturity and growth. But how many people do you really know that's going to be on that mature level and willing to take that accountability?
Some people don't even know what accountability is. I ain't gonna hold you. They don't even recognize it. They don't know what it is. They don't know the first part about starting being accountable on certain things. They've been getting away with doing things for so long, or they haven't been trained, or they blame it on their past and stuff like that. You know when you right or wrong. You know people just used to doing what they've been doing, and a lot of us give these people who treat us bad, we give them a lot of play in our lives. Then they get comfortable with doing these things. Then it become a routine, and they're not gonna see what they're doing because they're accustomed to doing it. You know what I'm saying? So we in the comments. I'm sorry. I'm trying to add these people. T Renee, where you at?
I was just talking, but my mic went on.
Sorry.
Going back to Miss China's comment, she said, when women start repeating ourselves, it's a wrap. She said, for her, it's love. She's never been afraid to be alone. She's a whole vibe. And she said, it's not that they don't know what I'm talking about, the accountability. It's not that they don't know, they just don't want to change.
That's a tough one.
I don't think I would want to, like I said, once you're tired, as a woman, when you get tired, you're going to know it and you just going to move on. There's no explanation. There's no words exchanged. And we as women, we just going to pretty much wear our heart on our sleeve at that point, because we feel like we've exhausted all measures. We've gave you chance after chance after chance to change. And if you ain't trying to change, I mean, why stay there? Because it's only going to get worse.
Real quick, let's shout out our beautiful sponsor. Shout out Syllabee's Kitchen for being attention with us Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Don't forget all the fresh ingredients, everything over there at Syllabee's Kitchen. Don't forget about raw pieces 7 days a week. It's raw pieces. We love y'all, man. Holla at Miss Cretia, Miss P. A cigar pouring smoke shop. You can't forget them. Look for the lady on the cigar, and make sure y'all hit up the ladies and get out there, hit up the stripper pole and shake that musket booty over there on the stripper pole at Cigar Pouring Smoke Shop. My cousin Curtis Smith has a play coming up. That's in July 13th, Standing on Business. Sandrell Rivers Theater in Miami. Make sure y'all get there. Sandrell Rivers Theater in Miami. Curtis Smith, Standing on Business. Don't forget attorney at law, Scott Sobel. Scott Sobel, attorney at law, gotinjured.com. My guy, my buddy, my white cousin, and he the golden Jew. I love that. Shout out my other cousin, Glass House Custom Pools, LLC. They say they do it right the first time. Anything backyard pertaining to the pools or anything like that, Glass House Custom Pools gonna get it. Shout out to the big homie Chicken Man, Just Jump, being intentional, supporting me. All my people out there, my brother Rick Party, and everybody that's always behind me and pushing me and encouraging me. Shout out my Nashville family for standing up and having my back. It means a lot, man, and everybody for being intentional. But T Renee had I think she said she had a letter she wanted to read. So it's a little graphic. So y'all go ahead and be ready. T Renee, we ready for that. Got to turn your mic on. Everybody be forgetting to turn their mic on.
I'm not gonna read it because it is a little graphic. I'm just gonna give a synopsis of it.
All right.
Husband and wife. Husband wants to know if he's overreacting because his wife, when she's on her cycle, she leaves the wrappers on the floor. There's the aftermath on the toilet seat, and she sometimes leaves the personals in her underwear. And he thinks that's just the nastiest thing, but her argument is she's too busy. He acts as if she doesn't have a busy schedule, but yeah. The faces. Okay. Yeah.
I don't even know what to say with all of that.
Okay, who's first? Who going first?
I want O to go first. We want O to go first. So
Cat Daddy?
Let Cat Daddy go first. Let the professor go first.
Let somebody else go first. I'm gonna go second.
Well, I'm gonna go first then, since y'all debating.
Ladies first. Go ahead. Go ahead, ladies first.
That's just nasty as hell. You as a woman, you look back at that toilet seat when you get up. Also, supposedly too, she wears both a pad and a tampon, and she says when she takes the tampon out, that's how it gets on there. It just flicks out. That's totally untrue. She must not know what she be doing. But that's neither here nor there. But that's just nasty because, like I said, as a woman, when you get off that toilet, a woman is gonna look behind her. A woman is gonna look behind her. And as far as you leaving it in your underwear, I'm the type, if I mess up my underwear, I'm gonna throw them away. I ain't trying to wash them. I'm just gonna throw them away. But leaving the personal inside of no.
How you gonna put your underwear? How you gonna put your underwear in my dirty clothes with your pad in it?
Because you sit down on that toilet. When you sit down on that toilet and you see it, you take it out and you wrap it up and you dispose of it. That's just nasty on all levels. Ain't no cleanliness nowhere in her body.
I don't need to laugh with it, but T. Renee got me laughing.
That's just nasty. Because how can you, as a woman, like that's filthy? Like that's nasty. That's nasty.
You just gonna put your pad in my dirty clothes? Really? Really? That's how you feel about it?
And we stop saying the P word, Saul. I won't say the P.
No, I cannot. No, I cannot.
Before y'all respond, Miss China says she nasty as hell. Terrence said, what the hell is nasty as hell? Miss China said, actually, nasty is an understatement. Terrence said, nasty hell for she done pissed me off. Miss China said, exactly. Terrence said, at this point, just don't tell us no more, T. Renee, what she said. I won't, because, yeah.
Oh man, I didn't want to share this with the fellas, but I had a younger woman. We was young though. We met. She used to just leave him in the toilet, right? Just leave him in the toilet, right there by the toilet. Just leave him. She was young, like piled up. I went to her bathroom one time. It was that time of the month. Supposedly she's heavy on that time of the month. And she would wrap them up good, but they would be in the bathroom where you can walk in and see them. Instead of like wrapping them up and throwing them away. My mom, those remember Winn-Dixie bags back in the day? My mother always kept those under the sink, and I never knew why she kept those under the sink. So now I understood why when she come out the bathroom and she had one of them in her hand. Now I knew what she was doing when she went straight outside with it.
I know that bathroom was stank as hell.
Now, to piggyback off of what you said is what I'm about to say.
Okay.
I never knew my mother had a period. I never knew my mother had a period because I never saw any of those products. I never saw it until I was of age and started having sex and all of those different things, and I learned about it. But in my house, I never saw a pad. I never saw a tampon. I never saw nothing. In my house right now, I don't see a pad. I don't see nothing. I have 4 daughters. And I still don't know when they're on their period unless they ask, Daddy, can you go buy me some pads at the store? Because their mother has taught them that you do not leave those things in the bathroom. You make sure you wrap them up, like you said, put them in a bag, throw them away. This motherfucker, I don't care what timing you own demon time, heifer. Because that is straight up ridiculously nasty. And I don't know what to say about him for even dealing with it because he need to check that in.
Okay,
I got one question. Hold on. Go ahead. Go ahead, Big Daddy.
Always gonna be respectful to the people that write the letters because we want to keep them coming. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what he dealing with or why he putting up with it. But the fact that he's sending letters, brother, we appreciate you for sending the letter. But
we do. I just gotta know how old is she? Is she one of these, as I would say, one of these microwave hoes? I'm just saying. I mean, if she gotta have it right then and now, that instant they're instant because there ain't nowhere in the world you could be that busy. That busy that you forget about taking care. That's just personal hygiene, period. I mean, that's like me rolling up with one of my fat rolls, sweat rolling out of it. Talking about, yeah, no, that's not gonna happen.
They
That's just
didn't
personal
share.
hygiene.
They didn't share the age, but he also mentioned that she feels that he's immature by being grossed out by that. But that's just
Oh no,
who wouldn't be grossed out by
No,
that,
I don't know.
he has every right to be grossed out about that, bro.
right?
You leave your personals on your cycle inside your underwear in the bathroom
First
where I'm
off,
pretty sure where everybody can see it. You
I am
leave your
I'm still trapped on the fact that you put this in my dirty clothes. I'm sorry, I can't get past the fact you put these in my dirty
no,
clothes.
but no, she leaves the stuff on the toilet. He knows because she
Oof,
leaves
oof,
on the toilet.
oof, 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 oof,
Let me tell y'all
oof.
something, man. Let me say something here, man. For the fact that Homegirl is doing this, there's a plethora of things that's going on with this. Okay, first of all, she ain't been taught right because just like what Arkansas said, he ain't never know his mama had one.
But hold on, Odell. Let me say this real quick. The mama could have been teaching her the right way. The mama could have
So
been teaching her the right way. She
so
just
she, so you just basically saying if the mama taught her right, she just want to be fucking nasty.
we don't right because we know people. I personally know people that they mama done knocked their dang on heads off for being nasty. They wasn't brought up like that, but they ended up like that.
Well, I'm gonna tell
Okay,
you like this: for the fact that if this person just want to be nasty like that, let me tell you. First of all, you need to make a habit of cleaning the toilet every time you use it. Okay, and that's just hands down. Okay. The second thing is if things is just not acting right or looking right, you need to take your butt to the doctor. It's amazing how a lot of people be like, I don't want to go to the doctor. Nah, take your ass to the goddamn doctor. Let the doctor advise you that the shit that you're doing ain't motherfucking right. Okay? The third thing is even if you don't know how to handle your business, we have YouTube. Okay? This ain't the 80s and the 90s when you have to ask somebody for advice. You got a whole worldwide internet system to teach you how to do the shit right. And then
which
the last thing is it's a hygiene thing. You have to be respectful with that. Because if fellas, for us, if we leave ball marks on the toilet, you know how women gonna act. Why you leaving your ball marks on the toilet?
Walmart.
Same thing goes with that. Why are you doing that?
Wait, time out. Walmart?
Yeah, if fellas, we don't
Wait,
take showers and we use the
wait,
toilet,
girl, where you went at? What's
I know what he's talking
understand where
about.
I'm
oh
going.
damn, what the fuck?
uh-uh.
What is Walmart?
Don't camp.
Fellas, you
Don't camp
understand what I'm
down
saying,
now.
right?
Yo, I got you. Yo. I
Sir,
got
hold
you.
on.
Okay.
Don't camp
I'm
down.
with
Hey, hush.
Terrence. I'm with Terrence.
I'm
What
big
are
as hell. I'm big as hell. And I'm overweight. I don't recall ever leaving Walmart. Maybe a booty mark.
Walmart?
I don't left a little booty mark. Little sweat booty mark.
But I'm saying though, as humans, like I said, but I'm gonna say more as women because that's just a part of our hygiene. You always look back when you get off that toilet. I'm gonna tell you one thing about a woman and her body. Between them legs gonna tell on you when you sit your ass down, especially on that toilet seat. When you get up off that toilet seat and you leave a whole booty print, your ass dirty. If you get up off that toilet seat and you can smell, some people just be immune to it. But if you stink, you need to go to the doctor. Like when you sit down on that toilet seat and you on your menstrual and you pull your panties down and you don't mess them up, or you got something stuck in them, you need to go ahead and take that
Ooh,
out and change that. Simple as that.
ooh, something stuck in them. Ooh,
I'm saying like
ooh, that's
her
nice.
person, the pad. I ain't gonna say you know that.
No, no, no,
How
no,
the hell
no,
you
thank
just
you.
step out of them and just get and at this point I want to do she even take a bath because you just stepping out your drawers.
Ooh, I done tried to
That's
told you.
one
I just
thing
want
as a woman that I
to
know
another
as
question
being
on
a
that.
woman, that toilet gonna tell on you. Sitting down on that toilet, it's gonna tell on you. That toilet gonna let you
All
know.
I can tell, this is what I can tell. I can tell my brother that wrote in the letter. This is what I can tell him. Go down there to your local Walmart or Target and get you some sanitized, some Lysol wipes and just sit them right there
That's
on the
right.
back of the toilet. Just sit them on the back of the toilet.
She
Open them
needs some
on
dude.
up and sit them on the back of the toilet.
No, he need to go buy her some dude wipes.
Dude,
No,
wipes.
no. Better yet. They made them disposable
Kind
like
of
devices,
flushables.
but they for the period. So she could
Mm.
put them on because when she step out them, she could just throw them away. She ain't got to worry about it.
Yeah. What is it? What are they called? Poise?
Yeah, they make them for periods. She could just
Oh,
get them
okay.
and put them on and wear them. So
I
when she
saw him.
step
I
out of
saw him one time. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
She said just step on out of them, throw them away. Yeah,
Yeah.
because she needs some help. She needs
because
some. I'm just gonna say it. Well, I mean,
it's not her
everybody
underwear.
calling her nasty. Everybody say she nasty. Now she needs some help. We need to help her. This young needs some help. She crying for help. She begging for help, and he don't know what to do. He lost too. I don't blame him. I ain't mad at him at all for asking for some help, but she
He,
needs some help.
but he's told her.
She didn't have a grandma or mama that no. I don't care what you tell me. Tiffany, I love you, baby. No, her mama didn't teach her what the fuck to do. No, she did
Her
not.
mom told
No,
her.
she got one of them young mamas that didn't know what the fuck she was doing, so she couldn't teach her daughter what to do. No, you ain't gonna tell me nobody. No, you. That's
I'm
one
not.
thing you can't be nasty about.
That ain't
That's
right.
just not.
You can't say she got a young mama that didn't know what to do. She just don't know what she want to do it.
I can't.
He said that ain't right.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That's extra. That's beyond nasty. You can't even call it what it is, really. I mean, the words that you can use to describe it don't even add up. Yeah, she had a young mama that had no idea what she was doing. So yeah, I'm gonna say it like that. I'm gonna
We
hold it
gonna
down out there.
we gonna stop right there because this was a bit much tonight. I wasn't expecting this. Ladies, fellas, keep your vagina clean and your penis clean. Okay, it's a beautiful thing when you guys keep them hygienes A1. Before we
I
get
got
out of here, go ahead.
a quick question for everybody, panel listeners. I discussed this with you the other day, Travell.
I'm Big Daddy. Don't come to me. Well, go ahead. Fine.
Anywho, about when you're embarking on a spiritual journey, in it, not just necessarily because I'm going through healing, but I would like to have a better relationship with God. Like, and this is for anyone. If you've ever started a spiritual journey, how did you start? Because it's like I want to start, but like, how do I start? Where would I start?
Okay, I'm gonna take this one since I'm the pastor's son in the room. Um, Start by giving yourself some silence time, and I'm saying when I say silent time, I mean nobody but you and God and your Bible.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna tell you now, whether you start at the front of the book, the middle of the book, or the back of the book, it's gonna be it all gets interpreted different ways by different people. So don't let nobody ever tell you what you interpret is wrong. It's not. Because the way you read a story and the way I read a story may not come across the same way. God may not give us both the same message. So start by giving yourself some silent time with nobody but God and you, God and your Bible. And you can get one that has both King James, Old Testament and New Testament in it. That way you can see what the word of Jesus is and see what the current word is. And
Right.
just give yourself if you can't start with an hour, just start with 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Work your way up to where you got an hour of just silent time with you and God.
Okay.
That's how you start with that journey. And I'm gonna tell you now, start with you're gonna start, like I said, whether you start at the front of the book, the middle of the book, or the back of the book. Either way, that's gonna be your guide. If you just sit
Ashley.
down and you open the book, you just sit down and you open a book to a page, Whatever page you open up to, you read the passage from that page. That's it. That's what you was feeling. That's what your hands was feeling.
Go ahead, Joe.
What I was saying is fasting. We started off, me and the wife, we started off fasting for 24 hours. And in that 24 hours, we would, whatever God, with the Bible, and whatever God puts in your head, whether it's Philippians, there's different books, but whatever book God brings on your heart, sit down and read that book. But fast. Intermediate fasting. Start out with wake up in the morning, don't eat nothing for 8 hours. And then start out with a full day, along with what Saul said, solitude, shut out all the noises of the world, because there's so many voices and so many things telling us where we should be and where we should go and how we should do it. Sometimes he's right. You just got to figure out a time for you and God. The best time in my life was I was driving. And I had solitude the whole time I was driving. And me and God talked so much when I didn't have the world, I didn't have my kids, I didn't have my wife. It was just me and God. So quiet time, he's right. Quiet time, just shut the world out and talk to God.
Man, I've been into this audio book thing for the last 3 or 4 months. And I'm on my 3rd book right now. It's the Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. And when I'm thinking like the power of positive thinking, like what kind of messages could he give me? But the first thing he said and what helped him put this book together is his main intel on writing this book comes from the Bible. And I was lost for a little bit because I'm thinking, because I've been skeptical because all my pictures of people who know the Bible aren't good. You know what I'm saying? I got some real childhood stuff like that. But I also hearing the message, it don't matter what you see with them people. Don't you allow the devil to stop you from getting to know God a little bit more, because of those people are who they are. You going in that church for you getting that word for you. You can't worry about them devils and stop saying, oh, I don't like church because of this. God is definitely real. They use this Bible all across this this earth to manipulate power. They use these scriptures as a blueprint to this world. And now that I'm starting to get this stuff, I'm into it, and I'm definitely on the same path with T. Renee, learning God a little bit more. I told you guys today, since I've been here, I'm definitely looking for a church house. I see the big church that my people want me to go to, but I'm more so into that small, intimate setting because I really want to get into Bible study. I'm not into the big crowd thing, and I really want to start learning my word. So once I get everything set up, Saul, what you just said was perfect, and I never thought about it. Since we get up so early in the morning, get up an extra hour early while I'm doing my workout, put my Bible on audio and listen to my word. Get some of these scriptures and write them down and start practicing what the words say, you know?
Yeah, I mean, and that's why I tell people all the time. You can take that, because like I said, we all gonna interpret it different. But I don't mind you bringing it to me the way you interpret it, and I'm gonna interpret it the way I interpret it. But being the son of a pastor, I'm gonna tell you now, I done read this book from front to back, and I'm not here to hold nobody accountable for their own actions. I am a firm believer. This is why there's a separation between church and state, because I know that God has been big business since God has been created. There's been wars, and there are rumors of wars, and there will still be wars fought in His name, and that's since the day the Bible's been created. It's the oldest book in existence. It's the most sold book in existence. It's the largest section in any library, the largest section in any bookstore, because religion is big business, and I understand, and I know that. And people don't understand. In the name of, and people you've heard it over time and time again. If you look at some of the wars from the back in the day, and the things that go on right now, in the name of God. Well, that's not Christ. Like, you shouldn't do this. No. First off, God shouldn't be in government. You can't make your decisions like that because everybody don't see God the same way.
Damn.
Break
And
the
that's
death.
just being real.
I can tell you right now that when you build your relationship with God, a lot of times people don't understand that you have to do it on good times and bad times.
That's
And
it.
I've told my story plenty of times of my health journey that I've had. I had two near death experiences in my life. And both times I went through those situations, yes, I had family with me. Yes, friends and family and, such and such. But the one person that was with me through all that was God. And that was my time by myself in a hospital bed, wondering what's going to happen the next day. And the only person I could truly have a conversation with that I knew was listening to me was God. So the best thing you can always do is find you, like what was said before, find your quiet place and let it be you and God. That's when you'll have your best learning experience with him because when he speaks to you and it's just you and him, that's when he speaks the loudest. And you can definitely listen to him without the outside noise. So for me, God was with me through both of my experiences. And I built my relationship with him extremely well, all because it was just me and him talking.
That's it.
It's a powerful
Yes.
thing, man.
Yes, sir.
I hope everybody can take that step in getting closer to the man above because without him, none of these things are possible. And I understand that. Not taking anything for granted anymore. I wake up with that complaining spirit, that worried spirit. Today was the first day I got up and I didn't worry about nothing. If I'm gonna get the apartment, it's meant. If it's not, if that job, it ain't job. But every time that I worry, he put something in front of me to tell me to relax. And the last few days I haven't been hearing him, but today was the day I actually be like, woosah. Wherever I'm going and wherever I need to be, I'm gonna get there regardless of what anybody else say. You know what I'm saying?
That's
He
it.
is he's all greater than everything. So with that being said, again, has been another amazing episode of Big Daddy's House. Thank our new brothers joining in. That boy Cat Daddy in the building. Shout out my girl T Renee. Joe, standing there, say it with your chest. Arkansas 10 toes, man. Before we get out here, y'all boys say something real quick, man.
Hey,
See, Renee, I just want to see if we answered your question for you. So if we, Queen, did we give you the information you needed to go forward with? That's what I want to make sure.
Very much so, and I thank you guys so kindly. Miss China, I appreciate it. Um, and I'm gonna take you guys' advice. So I thank you. So, and yes, my question was answered.
I just want to
All right.
say thank y'all for letting me in the family, letting me in. Dude, you are a wonderful guy. We have had some great conversations, and this forum I see is a blessing, and I just hope that we can bless a lot of people.
It's only the beginning, brother. As soon as we get the studio up and running, we all can sit down and get this thing really rocking the way we need to rock. So, Cat Daddy, talk to me.
As always, this tonight was very well needed because we all got to get to understanding just a little bit more and where we stand in this thing called life. To all the listeners, comments, as I always say, we love y'all. Likes, follows, and shares. Everyone, good night. Sleep tight. We'll have another good one for y'all tomorrow.
T Renee.
Thank you guys for all of your input, all of your support. As I always say, a little support goes a very long way. Thank you guys for allowing us to be intentional as we continue to be intentional. So we will see you guys tomorrow. Good night.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Big Daddy's house. Tasha, I see y'all. Everybody that's coming in, man. Y'all go back and watch this. Share this thing. It's free to share. Appreciate you. Good night, y'all.